am so excited for today. This is the day that we're going to take all the different archetypes, the healer, the warrior, the temptress, and the queen, and we're going to put them all together. You're going to learn today how to take all of these archetypes and incorporate them into what I call the goddess energy. This is really that energy of the yin and yang together so that you can create full alignment in what you're wanting to call into your life. Now, you may have noticed over the past 4 weeks that as we built upon these, although maybe we've been focusing on the temptress 1 week, you've also been calling in the aspects of the healer. Or maybe the week you were focusing on the queen, you're calling in the aspects of the warrior and the temptress. So just notice that you've probably already been doing this. And as we step into this energy of the goddess, I want to share with you what this means to be in your goddess energy. All right, so let's look at this. What does it mean to be the goddess? And yes, this is a picture of me. I did a full photo shoot, all of my different energy types, and my healer, and my warrior, and my temptress, and my queen, and in my goddess. And this was what captured the goddess energy for me. This is what my highest and greatest self looks like when I feel most fully aligned with all of those different energy systems. So what does it feel like to be in this goddess energy in full alignment with all of the archetypes? So this is when you are in the creator energy. You take full ownership and responsibility, radical responsibility that you are the creator of your life, of your experiences, of your opportunities. It also is the energy of abundance. So you feel abundant when you're in the goddess energy. And what this means, and we've worked on this, is being able to receive and also to give, to allow things to flow into your life. And maybe you've noticed this abundance coming in different ways, shapes, and forms. Maybe you've noticed an abundance of support, an abundance of love. Maybe you've even been able to notice a financial abundance that started to come into your life as you've worked on these 4 different energy types. The goddess energy type is also in flow. So this is where things just seem to flow easily, right? So even when those unexpected things come or those obstacles come, you're able to flow with it. You're able to go with the flow. Part of this is the temptress energy, right? Being able to laugh at things, but also knowing that you are in charge, knowing that you're secure and confident, knowing that you can take care of yourself with that healer energy. When you're in the goddess energy, you also feel powerful because you are the creator of your life. You're able to create. You have the power flowing through you of that alignment of knowing that you're connected to source, that you're connected with yourself, and being able to manifest those connections out into your outward world. Also, the goddess energy is very in tune. So you're in tune with the downloads you get, the thoughts that you get. You're in tune with your energy, in tune with the energy of the people around you, in tune with the energy of nature. And yet you don't take on those energies, right? You stay in alignment. The energy of the goddess is also very confident. So one of the biggest pieces of feedback that I've gotten from you, and several of you have talked to as you've taken this course, is that you just feel more confident. You feel more confident in the decisions because you're more connected with yourself. You feel confident in your choices. You don't second guess yourself. This is part of that goddess energy. And also you have the energy of knowing. You just seem to know what to do. You know what the right move is. You know what the next choice is going to be. You know how to be able to run your life. So all of these collectively are what create that goddess energy. So let's talk about this goddess. And yes, there are chakras that go with the goddess, but here's the thing. All of the chakras create this goddess energy when they're in alignment. So we're going to go through each one of these chakras in different respect to the archetypes that they go with. And as we do this, we're going to create this full energetic alignment within us that is the goddess energy. So the first one that we're going to focus on is that heart chakra. And again, that's the healer, with the secondary being the throat. So as we step into this alignment with this energy, I want you to just take a minute right now and close your eyes. Close your eyes right now and see if you can tap into that heart space, the heart space of the healer, bringing that energy into your heart. What does this energy feel like to you? It's really important for you to be able to identify what this heart chakra, this energy feels like to you. And then also, I want you to think of what is a name that embodies this energy. That when you're needing to step into that healer energy, you can call upon that name, you can remember that name. So for me, my healer name is Mother. The energy of Mother embodies this loving, this connected, this patient energy. So just think for you, What is your name that embodies your healer energy? And really assimilate this energy into you and who you are. And just notice how this feels. Now we're going to keep this energy as we build upon it with some of the other energies. So we've got the energy of the healer right now. We've got that energy in the heart chakra. Okay, this is the base of the goddess energy. Okay, now we're going to go on and move on to the next chakras. So we've got the heart energy, we've got the throat, feeling that loving, powerful energy of being able to communicate. Now we're going to step into more of that warrior energy. So you may even notice that my tone changes, that the way that I'm standing changes because my warrior energy feels very different. So the warrior energy is that energy that's in your solar plexus, right? It's that energy of confidence. It's that energy that's right here in the center of your belly. So the solar plex energy, remember, that's the energy of being empowered. That's the energy of getting stuff done, of being able to have that outward energy. So the healer is the very inward energy. It's the very yin energy. You feel a lot of that peace. Now I want you to feel that fire as we step into this energy of the warrior, as we step into this energy, that fierce energy of the warrior. And notice that when you add upon that heart energy and then you add this fire to it, notice how it feels, that balance of the yin and the yang. Notice the peace that comes with being connected and that yin energy of the healer. And then notice the fire and the outward energy of going and getting stuff done that comes with that warrior energy. Okay, so we've built upon that. You probably feel the fire in your stomach right now. So just notice how this feels. Hold that heart energy. Hold that warrior energy. Notice how this feels when you're holding space for these together. And now we're going to move on to the temptress energy. We're going to add a little bit of that fun energy now. So here we go. We're going to review each time. So we've got our heart chakra and we've got our throat chakra with the healer, right? You've got your name for your healer. Now we've got this energy of the warrior. Oh, by the way, make sure and create your name for the warrior. So two things with this warrior energy, when you felt that warrior energy, when you feel it flowing through you, what are some words of emotions that you feel with that warrior energy? It's really important to be able to put words to how this feels. So like with my healer, I'm feeling loving and peaceful. With my warrior, I'm feeling powerful, right? And so that's my word for warrior. My name for warrior is She-Ra. So many of you may have seen the He-Man and She-Ra cartoon when you were little. Some of you may be too young for that. But She-Ra was this powerful princess and she would show up with her sword and she would protect and defend her kingdom. And she would work right by He-Man to create this beautiful and safe space for their people to live. So just pick your name. What is your warrior name? What is that name that embodies the warrior energy? So when you're wanting to step into your warrior energy, you can call upon that warrior name. All right, so shake it out. And let's talk about next, the temptress. So the temptress is really that energy that's in flow. It's that fun energy. It's the present moment energy. This is that yummy, delicious yin energy. And the energy of that temptress comes very much from the sacral chakra. So it's that energy that's right, your reproductive system, your abdominal system. This is that energy of flow, of creation, of being able to experience and enjoy life and pleasure in your life. So what we're going to do right now with this energy is we're going to build upon the other energies. So we're going to keep that energy in the heart chakra of the healer. We're going to keep that powerful energy of that warrior in our solar plexus. And now we're going to add upon it with the temptress energy. So if you remember, the breath work for the temptress energy is really simple. It's a deep breath in, then you sigh out. So let's do 3 of those together. Ready? Deep breath in, just enjoying this moment, enjoying your body, and sigh it out. Really yummy sigh. And shake it out. Feel good in your body. 2 more times. Deep breath in. And good job. 1 more time. Deep breath in. And this time make it the longest, juiciest, yummiest sigh ever. And just keep your eyes closed for a moment. Just notice this energy of flow. Notice this energy of just feeling good in your body. And I want you to presence with your eyes closed right now. One thing that is bringing you pleasure in this moment. So maybe it's the fabric on your skin. Maybe it's you feeling a breeze on your face. Maybe it's that you're just feeling that your body feels really good this morning. So this is the energy of the temptress. This is the energy of creating that flow in your body. And notice how it feels when you build upon the heart chakra and you build upon that power center. And now you're adding that fun, pleasurable energy of enjoying life. So really presence this and notice how it feels and just pick a couple of words that describe it. For me, it's fun and sexy. For you, it might be playful and joyful. But what are the words or word that really describes the energy that you're feeling now? And go ahead and chime in the chat box below. What is the word that describes that energy for you so that you can call upon that energy? And also, what is the name? What is the name that you're going to call your temptress? So the name of my temptress is Heather. There's some various reasons for that. My parents almost named me Heather. It's a really playful name for me. And it just reminds me to step into this playful energy, this energy of having fun and feeling good in my body and putting a smile on my face and remembering to enjoy life. And just notice how it feels when you build upon these energies. Notice that instead of just focusing on one of the energies, that we're building upon all of these energies, that we've built upon the energy of the heart with the love and the throat feeling powerful. We've built upon the energy of the confidence of the solar plexus. We build upon the energy now of the sacral chakra and of being in flow. And notice how this feels in your body when you have all of those in alignment. Now, I want to take just a brief side moment before we move on to the queen. And I just want to describe something to you. So when you are in these energies in the past, you may have noticed patterns. So you usually have a default pattern. So when something comes up in your life and you feel hurt or you're thrown off of balance or something, we tend to default into one of our archetypes in the past. And being able to have all these archetypes really let you know what you need. So for example, maybe in the past, you've had your feelings hurt and then you default into healer, and then you have your feelings hurt and you default into healer, and you have your feelings hurt and you default into healer, and you get stuck in this healing loop, right? Where you're always healing and always healing. You forget to have fun, you forget to be playful, you forget to be powerful in your warrior and produce things. Or maybe in the past, something's happened and it's thrown you off a little bit, or something said something, it's hurt your feelings, and you automatically default into that warrior. Well, I'm going to fight back. I'm going to push through. And then it becomes this vicious cycle of not being able to really listen to your body and what you need or to be able to enjoy life. Or maybe you have more of that avoidance technique. You're like, all right, something happens, I'm checking out. I'm just going to enjoy. I'm going to go party. I'm going to play. But then you get stuck in this loop where you never actually produce forward movement in your life. So notice that all of these archetypes are valuable within themselves, but when we create a space for all of those to come forward and we create that balance in our life, something happens, if something throws you off, if someone hurts your feelings, then you can check in with all of these and you can say, okay, maybe I need to do some healing. Maybe I need to step into my warrior and create some different results in my life. Maybe I need to step into my temptress and play, or maybe I need to step into my queen and really look at that alignment, that big picture, and rather than react, step into action. So all of these together are so beautiful. And we'll talk more about how you can bring all these together in just a moment. But the final archetype that we've talked about, the one that we worked on last week, was this archetype of the queen. And this goes along with the brow chakra. So remember, the goddess energy encompasses all of the chakras. So the queen is that brow chakra. It's that chakra of being in tune, of being able to see that long-term vision or that long-term picture in your life. Just notice how you're feeling right now. And pick a couple of words to describe this. For me, it's confident and in charge. When I'm in my queen energy, I feel that confidence. I feel like I'm in charge of my life. And now pick a name that goes along with this. For me, it's Queen Allie or Queen Allison. And I see myself on the throne. I see that crown on my head. I feel myself confidently delegating and aligning to create the life that I want, to create the safety of the kingdom, to create the results that I'm wanting to create in my life. And just notice how this feels as you build upon the heart chakra with the love and the throat chakra, as you build upon that solar plex chakra, bringing the power into that, as you build upon the sacral chakra, being the fun and play and enjoyment into that. And then as you solidly connect with that vision of who you are and what you're creating with the queen energy. And notice how aligned you feel in this moment now. And this is why that goddess energy really is all of the chakras. And when these center chakras are connected, when you have the heart and the throat chakra activated, when you have the solar plex chakra and the sacral chakra and the brow chakra, then it creates connection to your root, which really creates that security, that knowing who you are and what you're creating in the world, what you stand for. And also creates connection to that very top or crown chakra, which connects you up to your higher power, which connects you up to source. And breathe this energy in right now and notice how it feels to have all of these energies, the energy of the healer, the energy of the warrior, the energy of the temptress, the energy of the queen flowing through you. And knowing in any situation, you can bring all four of these archetypes. You can bring that goddess energy with you in your life, because you're going to know when you need the healing. You're going to know when you need to step into the warrior. You're going to know when you need to create with the temptress, and you're going to know when you need to see the vision of the queen. This is what creates your life. This is the point that I've been so excited about, because we've been building a foundation, a relationship with all four of these archetypes so that you can step into this most powerful and aligned version of you. Now, I want to talk about, of course, you're going to want to bring in and incorporate all of these archetypes, but what about when you specifically need one? What do the other archetypes do? And I want to bring this up because this is what we call positioning within the archetypes. So 2 are yin, which are the healer and the temptress. It's more of that inward, playful, centeredness energy. And 2 are yang, which is more of the outward creative energy. And those are the warrior and the queen. So here's how the positioning works. For example, if you were leading with your healer, if you had an opportunity where you're like, I just need to step in my healer, I need to take some time for myself, or there's somebody in my life that really needs me to show up and help them. What do you do with the other archetypes? Well, directly behind the healer, we're going to position our temptress. So especially what I've noticed in women is a lot of times we get into the space of overgiving and we forget ourselves, we forget to have fun, we feel stressed, we step into that martyr, right? So if you imagine the energy of the temptress backing up that healer, just reminding you that life is to be experienced in joy, that you're to create pleasure in your life. So when you're doing your healing, let that pleasure drive you, let that joy drive you. When you're healing within yourself or with other people, you're going to allow that temptress to drive you. Now, on the left of the healer is going to be the warrior. So I kind of imagine my Shira, my warrior energy standing right here when I'm in my healer. Now, this warrior energy is really important because this is what's going to allow you to set boundaries, to say no when you feel like something's too much, or to create boundaries that's going to allow a safe container for your healer. So that warrior is going to step up and make sure that you are doing that healing in a container that's safe. And then you have your queen over to the right. So the queen is the reminder, let's keep the big picture in mind. Let's not get stuck in this healing loop where we're having to heal our entire lives. Let's really focus on healing so we can move forward and step into that bigger picture and create what we want in our queendom. Now, all of these can be rotated. So if you're leading with your warrior, for example, and you're like, okay, I've just got to create, I've got to get something done, I've got to produce results this week, your queen is directly behind you. This is that person reminding you, yes, you need to get results, but let's keep the big picture in mind as you're getting those results. Let's not just focus on the short term. Even though you need to get this done, let's do it within the vision of the big picture. And then you have your temptress on one side as you're stepping into your warrior being like, hey, don't forget to have fun, right? And then on the other side of this warrior, you've got the healer saying, okay, yes, you do need to get stuff done, but let's not step into burnout. Let's make sure we listen to your body and pay attention to what's going on. Now, let's say you're in your temptress energy, right? And you're having fun and you're enjoying the moment. The healer is going to be behind you being like, okay, well, let's have fun. Let's enjoy the moment. But let's not forget to take care of ourselves in that, right? And then here you have on one side the queen being like, okay, you're in your moment. You're in this energy of enjoying pleasure in this moment now, but let's keep the big picture in mind. Let's not make any short-term decisions that are going to affect the big picture. And then you've got your warrior on the other side that's really there saying, okay, let's keep those safe boundaries. Let's make sure that it's a safe container for us to play in our temptress energy. Likewise, when you're leading with your queen, you're stepping into that space of I'm creating my big picture vision. I'm looking at the long term. I'm going to look at my queendom. You've got your warrior right behind you, protecting you, being like, okay, well, let's make sure we do this with safe boundaries. Let's make sure we're creating something that's sustainable. And then you've got your healer on one side, reminding your queen, all right, we're going to look at this big picture, but let's not forget to take care of ourselves. Let's not to forget that in this building of the kingdom of this big picture vision, that you're going to need me time, that you're going to need to take care of yourself. And then you've got this temptress over here being like, as we build this, let's make sure we're building something we enjoy. Let's make sure we're building something that adds fun and pleasure into our life. And one really fun thing that you can do is, if you've gotten stones for each of these, you can position stones. You can put your healer stone in front and your temptress stone in back, and queen on one side and warrior on the other side, as a reminder to you of these energy types. So in my house, I have a cloth that I have downstairs, and I've got my stones on the cloth in certain positions, just reminding me that this is how I want to position these different energies of the archetypes to create this goddess energy. So beautiful, beautiful energy. And I just want to take a moment to celebrate you. I want to take a moment to celebrate the work that you've done in building the relationships with these different archetypes. I want to celebrate that now you have all the information to be able to transform into your goddess energy and really create in your life. I want you to even think back, rewind 4 years ago, or 4 years, felt like 4 years, rewind 4 weeks ago when you started this program. And notice how far you've already come. Notice the shifts and the changes that you've made in your life that allow you to experience this goddess energy, that allow you to create from this. So often that I have women come up to me and they say, Allison, how do you do this? It seems like you've got this thriving business, you've got these good relationships in your life, you've got this long-term vision, and you're really creating things, and you seem to be having so much fun and enjoying it. What's your secret? Well, here's the secret. And it's not a secret anymore. It's creating and really getting familiar with these archetypes. And it doesn't mean that my life's perfect. It doesn't mean that things always work out how I expect them or want them to, but I'm able to surrender into that and know that everything's working out for my good. Know that everything is working out in a way in which I'm always going to be safe and taken care of, because I can give that to myself. I can create that for myself. And that's what allows me to create the future things that I want in my life. That is what allows me to show up in my relationships as this fullest and most aligned version of myself. My happiness, my joy, my confidence is not dependent on anything outside of me, because I know that all of these archetypes reside within me. And I really want you to hear that, because these archetypes reside within you. And as you build upon those different energy centers and create that, operate from that, you can have all of those gifts of the queen energy or the goddess energy. And I want to review these one more time, because I want you to really be able to feel this right now as we've gone through these exercises, and as we're standing in this position of being in this goddess energy. I want you to notice right now, in this moment now, the energy of creation flowing through you, of knowing that you are the creator, the energy of abundance, knowing that everything is working out for you, the energy of flow, being able to flow with the things that come your way, the feeling of being powerful, and the feeling of power that comes with aligning with these 4 archetypes, the feeling that you are in tune and aligned with what it is you are creating and wants to be created through you, the energy of confidence, of feeling confident about your life and being able to run your life and being in charge of your life, and the confidence of knowing that you're always going to be able to show up for yourself, knowing that everything's always working out, knowing what your mission and your purpose is, knowing what the next steps are, what the next moves are, and just trusting yourself in that knowing. That's a huge part of this. And notice over the past 4 weeks how your trust with yourself has built. How, as you've shown up for yourself in the healer, as you've shown up for yourself in the warrior, as you've shown up for yourself in the temptress, as you've shown up for yourself in the queen, how this trust bank account starts to build. How maybe in the past where you felt like you're bound in yourself, you don't feel like that any longer. You really feel like you're able to create this life that you want and the energy that you want. And just take a moment to celebrate that. Celebrate how far you've come. And yes, you may still have things to work on. I do too. It's not that I'm perfectly in my goddess energy all the time, but I do have the confidence in knowing that I can get there and knowing that I can align these things. So I want to share something else with you here. And this is your goddess morning routine. So, over the next week, your challenge is going to be to do this every single morning. This routine is going to align all of the chakras and all of the archetypes to be able to create this goddess energy within you. So, here's the goddess morning routine. This is what it's going to look like. Number one, when you wake up in the morning, first of all, you're going to activate that healer energy of the heart chakra. This is the foundation. This is the base of all the archetypes. So I want you to do your 3-part breathing, which we just practiced, the deep breath in and the 3 even exhales. And then after you do a couple of rounds of that, I want you just to close your eyes and do the body scan. Now, we did this in the very first class that we did with the healer, but it's just where you close your eyes and you scan down your body and you just notice, is there anything off in my body? Is there anywhere that feels uncomfortable or anywhere that feels tight, anywhere that feels dis-ease in my body? Just go ahead and put your hand wherever that is on your body. For me, it would be my neck today. And just take a couple of deep breaths to send healing, love, and energy to that part of your body. So this is the foundation and the base so that you know that you're okay, that you're taken care of. You've assured your inner self, yes, I'm listening to you and I'm going to take care of you as you step into that healer energy. So after you do the 3-part breathing and the body scan, which will just take a couple of minutes, you're then going to step into the breath work of the warrior. So maybe you stand in front of your mirror and you do the 30 pull downs. You're going to activate that solar plex chakra. And then as you stand in your mirror, you're going to stand in your power pose and you're going to do your I am statements. Just 30 seconds, 20 to 30 seconds of I am statements. The I am statements you created before, those 5 I am statements. I am powerful, I'm connected, I am whatever they are for you. And I want you to speak these with confidence. Now, if you don't want to have your sheet right there printed out in front of you, just say the I am statements that resonate with you, that flow through you and really activate that solar plex chakra, that warrior within you. So after you've done the 3-part breathing, you've activated and opened up the heart chakra and the throat chakra through the healer. You're now stepping into that warrior, right? You're activating that solar plex chakra. You're getting more of that yang energy, adding the fire to that. Next, you're going to step into your temptress. And again, the healer is just going to take a couple minutes. The warrior is going to take a couple minutes. And then the temptress is going to take a couple minutes. And this is where you've just done your I am statements. And then you just feel good about it. So you take a deep breath in and do 3 sighs, just feeling good in your body, knowing that you've taken care of yourself with your healer, knowing that you've activated your warrior. After you do those 3 deep sighs, I want you to turn on your favorite song and do 2 to 5 minutes of dancing. All right. And this could be dancing in your bathroom, it could be moving around your bedroom, but just activate that dance and that playful energy with you. Get the energy moving in your body before you start your day. And most importantly, remember to smile. So the healer's going to take a couple minutes, activating the heart chakra, warrior a couple minutes, activating the solar plexus. Temptress is going to take 3 to 5 minutes, depending on how long you want to dance for. But just notice how good that's going to feel in your body to dance. And then the last thing we're going to do is the queen. So after you dance, get all the energy flowing through your body, smile on your face, just settle into that stillness of the queen. Do 3 to 4 rounds of box breathing. Inhaling for 4, holding it for 4, exhaling for 4, holding it for 4. And then close your eyes and just picture that future version of yourself, that version 1 year from now, that version that's accomplished the goals that you've set for yourself, the plan that you have, and just really picture and embody that emotion with that. And again, it's really fun. You can add your names to all of these. So as you're doing your healer, you can be like, all right, Mother, let's do some healing. All right, Shira, let's do the pull down breaths. All right, Heather, it's time to dance and play. All right, Queen Allison, let's step into this version of ourselves. And as you do this morning routine, it's really going to activate within you all 4 of the different archetypes. And as you go throughout your week, I want you to notice how this is different than the past weeks, because we're focusing on all of these together and stepping into that goddess energy. How does that feel to you? How does that look? Notice how you maybe act or react to things differently in your life when you're fully aligned and in this goddess energy. And the last thing that I just want to share with you, because I think this is really important. This is something that I'm sure you've all seen before, but you've got this yin and the yang. Okay, so just so you know, we've got the yin energy, which is indicated by the darker shades, and then you've got the yang energy, which is the lighter shades. Now, why is the yin darker and the yang lighter? Well, the yin's more of that moon energy, right? And the yang's more of the sun energy. So within this yin and this yang symbol, the healer is represented by that dark energy, that little round point. Why is this? Well, the healer is really the inward within the inward. It's the yin within the yin. It's being able to turn inwards so that you can fill your bucket and help other people. And then we've got the warrior. The warrior is that focused part, that lighter circle, because the warrior is really the one that's focused. You're creating from this power center and focusing on what it is you want to create in your short term. You got the temptress, is the larger shade of the dark. As the temptress is more of the playful energy. It's taking that energy and creating that joy and experiencing that joy in the world. And then the queen is indicated by the bigger part of the lighter circle, because that's the full version of you. Now, the entire circle is the goddess energy. So if you think about the outline of the circle being the goddess energy, and within it is contained the healer, the warrior, the temptress, and the queen. So think of yourself as being this yin and this yang throughout the week. And remember just to have a lot of fun stepping into this goddess energy. Next week, we're going to have a huge celebration. We're going to celebrate your successes, your wins, and talk about some next steps moving forward and being able to continue on this journey of aligning with your goddess energy. So I want to celebrate you. Thank you so much for being on this journey. Thank you from your inner child, from your future self, from the world, from all of the people in your life, that this energy of you honoring yourself and stepping in this goddess energy is going to bless. So I love you.